Welcome everybody to the fastest chaos. We have got Spring, the US veteran in the purple, and we've got the UK caster and DM Beast PoLaR in his favorite color, the gray, because it looks like a polar bear. And with me I've got Frost9 from Sweden, the top 3, maybe top 1 DM player co-casting here with me. What do you think about the start of this game? What?
It's looking really good for PoLaR, I think. Pick off a few villagers. What minute are you at?
3:15. I'm going 2 times speed right now.
Okay, I'm 350. I'm looking at the villager count. It looks very... 15 villagers to PoLaR, 6 to Dark. Means Spring. So, yeah. Really good start for PoLaR, I think.
Arrived live now. PoLaR has a forward castle there and some forward siege workshop playing this very aggressive. Spring, not a castle up. A big amount of barracks against the camels and some cavalier start. Where are the crepos?
He has like no buildings, like no castles, no creep post. Maybe it's because he lost so many villagers.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the big barracks build order against the camel rush, maybe not the worst idea. I would have included some crepos there. I think that would have helped. Big amount of PoLaR camels raiding. Now, PoLaR known for raiding really early, and this is, I don't know if this is a raid or still part of the late rush, but
it's looking really
we'll
good
get
for
quite
PoLaR.
some villages there.
Seems like PoLaR went for the market as well, so he could really afford many camels.
More Malian CA, yeah. We were seeing Malian CA again.
Ah, yeah,
for the rush. We're also seeing Geppetto this time. And yeah, it's 7 villagers for Spring, lot of army on the field for PoLaR. This was a quite close land generation, so I think probably the optimal style of generation for PoLaR to get in the set. And
yeah, I agree.
This looks like a quick 1-0 for the Suno clan member.
And he calls it Spring.
The castle did end up killing him. The forward siege, like PoLaR, good rush, and then instantly going through the middle, profiting from it.
Yeah.
Quick and aggressive, and yeah, not the funky Kelar side castle aggression style, more the through the middle classic I just kill you style, and it worked perfectly.
That was a fastest chaos start. It was a fast game.
It was 7 minutes 28. No mercy for
no mercy.
American. Hello, Mr. Fluffy Bunny. How are you doing? Welcome in, Manunas. Quickly going over the stats, but
Manunas, hello, hello.
So let's go back to the draft here. We've got Bulgarians who lost against the Malians. Also a later pick for PoLaR, but Malians, really good Civ on these settings, I think.
Yep. They're already starting the second game. They're really fast.
Okay. On spec delay or on...
On spec delay, yeah.
On spec. Yeah, now I have capture influence. Now we should be going instantly live without the speed up.
Oh, what do you think about this matchup?
I don't see it yet.
Okay, I won't spoil it for you.
I see it now, probably. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I play that Civ matchup in my set too, and it feels so like friends can not do anything on any map trend.
That's brutal matchup for Spring. I don't know really what he can do in this matchup, but maybe he can pull off something. Who knows?
At least Franks get heavy demo.
They get heavy demo. That's something. They have equal siege. That's also something.
Yeah, true.
Well, that's about it, I think.
You could probably help start, but it's just still no treadmill crane. You're still so slow. It will still be so many cavalier camels.
It's gonna be very rough, I think. Let's see the map.
So, crossbow. Regli says we're gonna see crossbow.
Crossbow. Well, they also have heavy cav archers, right?
No, they have non-heavy cabbages.
Don't they?
Yes, they are famous for not having cabbages.
No, they have a cabbage, the Franks.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, no.
but bad ones.
But really bad ones though, right?
Yeah, they're lacking like everything, I think.
Well, I mean, so let's talk a little bit about map. We have another very open land map, or at least very open in the middle. The side's a bit woody there. And we do have PoLaR rushing. What did I start with? A Karambit warrior? No, with an hero Karambit warrior.
Very strong one.
But so far, PoLaR with 1 villager kill. Oh, very strong one. What? 250 HP? Oh my god, that's an elephant in a Karambit.
It's a very strong unit. It's annoying.
Spring also got a kill?
Yeah, he got a kill.
PoLaR's one died already, so yeah. Spring is making this work here, this Yaya Warrior man. PoLaR getting the market and deleting it. Such an old schooler. Nobody deletes anymore, man.
Hiding the market. Classic.
But Spring got 2 villager kills as well. Now 3 to 3 villager kills, both heavily rushing. Maybe Frank Paladin's a bit better at the rush than the camels. Spring also decent amount of barracks out there. Not looking too bad on the military buildings, but PoLaR already kind of done with his stables and trying to work on castles, but a lot of villagers dying on that castle. Oh boy,
PoLaR
8 villager kills for Spring.
Down to 2 villagers, PoLaR.
Yeah, that's like... I mean, apparently, like, I think Frank's in a really bad spot right now, but Spring on traditional civs might not be the worst thing to do.
Yeah. But if PoLaR can get this castle up, I think he's fine.
Now Pelican coming in, gets 1 castle up, and survives with 3 villagers. Spring with 7 though, so Treadmill Crane shouldn't really come into play anymore, or at least is balanced out by double the will count for the US player, who also has a decent amount of halberdiers there. I feel like PoLaR losing some camels for not much gain at the front. And Spring looking to loop around with a group of paladins. Spring is playing this one really nicely.
Yeah, he's looking for more villager snipes, for sure. Maybe we'll find some.
And there is a house where that could be targeted. Paladins running right past. PoLaR taking another fight that I don't like for him at the front there.
Yeah. That looked a little bit inefficient, but maybe can work in his favor.
Streaming in more units. Camel Archer production now coming in. Spring now on the back, but PoLaR on the ball there with a camel. Spring just spreading out these paladins to be annoying whenever there's eco expansion. What is this? Like 4 individual paladins next to each resource.
Yeah, it's gonna block like all expansion backwards for PoLaR.
Yeah. I don't mind
they have similar villager number now, somehow. Now he's even in the lead, PoLaR.
Yeah. How?
He must have been housed.
Yeah, he got an extra TC, I think. And he's got a TC up. Spring massive build order. What? 11 barracks and 8 stables.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that might be a little bit too much.
Like
and apparently the spreading out paladins in the back is a beyond all reason spread, so that's something he's taking from the other game he played in the meantime.
Yep.
But it's working. They're finding the villager that's trying to make the TC, so the bar strat works out here. Big fights in the middle, siege workshops coming up for Spring, so he's not forgetting siege as we saw so much in the qualifier, and getting some TCs up as well. But will turn into probably somewhat of an even game.
Yep.
Then Berbers are still good, right?
Berbers are really strong here. I think Franks will die when he runs out of gold.
Yeah, no Hussar for them. 3 fights kind of happening at the same time on different fronts here. 1 good for PoLaR, 1 good for Spring, and like this is so PoLaR. You have 4 castles there, and he's placing his famous 3 guard towers in front of it. Is he just doing that to place his famous 3 guard tower setup because it's his like signature move, or do they do something?
I think so. He likes the architecture or something.
Yeah, it always has to be 3 with PoLaR.
Yeah.
And now PoLaR has siege forward and a decent mass of camel archers. Scorpions, the siege choice for Spring.
Scorpions, that's interesting. They are both out of gold though.
They are. Are the Scorpions doing work or are the Halberdiers doing work? I can't really decide if the Scorpions are contributing anything.
I think it was the helps.
Yeah. I think onagers or bombard cannons are probably the more reasonable feature than Scorps.
Yeah.
Scorps kind of mainly do damage to HP, and these camels from Berbers are healing as well. Castle goes up at the front for PoLaR. Now all the Scorpions are under the castle, and his trebuchets are still firing. Military count a little bit ahead for Spring. Obviously, a lot of trash units in that. That checks out the traps.
Yeah, PoLaR's down to 1 trap now.
And PoLaR might lose the forward castle because Spring now has a decent amount of traps. And people watching, it's Frost's volume alright. Oh, thank you, Kickers Enten for the raid. Welcome to the fastest chaos. I'm co-casting with one of the world's best DM players, Frost9 over here, and we've got PoLaR and Spring, also some people that DMers and or RMers might recognize.
I'm a bit concerned for Spring's food. You see the food?
Oh, it's 0, man. 0.
It's 0 with 0 farms.
That means we can only make squabs now.
Yeah. Only siege.
What is that happening there on the left? Okay, some everybody is fighting some camels because there was a drag.
Yeah.
Where is Spring gonna farm though, right? He has all this base is kind of crammed into the backwoods.
Ah, yeah,
So
the backwood is blocking him from accessing.
Yeah. No, he could go through. Is that open or could he go through?
No, he's blocked. He has to cut it, I think. He noticed
that's
it now.
An onager. He's an onager. Yeah. Good farm on the right. I mean, that's kind of controlled by him, right? And he has a lot of villagers there on gold. Could easily take that as a farming eco. While PoLaR does have some space in the back. I mean, without the TC, because the bar paladins denied it.
There's still 2 paladins in the corner. Still waiting. Find some value.
I mean, the one in the back is annoying for Spring right now, but if the game goes late, it's great for him, right?
Yep. He has 2 gold piles back there, so that could be really helpful for him.
PoLaR now starting the raids there. And yeah, Spring in now 11 farms, but PoLaR already on 34. PoLaR always really good with early eco development, I feel, and that's allowing him to start raiding as early as he does so many times.
Yep.
I think that's one of the things he does the best.
Seems like one of PoLaR's hussars found Spring's farmers.
Who needs farms when you can buy food? True, I mean, PoLaR sold a lot of food, so Spring can at least buy it for cheap.
Yeah.
Und moin Emden, danke nochmal für den Raid. Sorry, go on.
He has built a market, Spring. Maybe he's gonna buy food.
I didn't use it yet, yeah. No market event there. And food is
really
still quite expensive. Yeah, 80 pop, oh bot. It does have the siege defense there, but his farms are being raided. PoLaR's raids seem to be really effective. I mean, at least at idling the villagers, right? That's probably... Oh no, it's also killing the villagers. There's not even a TC to the right! Oh, but... Oh, he's lucky that those hussars are not fighting the vills. They're just free for taking. Why is there no TC? Why is there no castle? Spring has 2,400 stone!
It's looking really rough now for Spring.
I know you're rooting for your boy PoLaR, but I really wanted to see not like at least 4 games here. We still have chances, right?
We still have a chance for that.
4 Franks against Berbers? It was closer than that matchup should be. I think Spring did really nicely at the start.
Yeah, he sniped a lot of villagers in the beginning. Really set him back there on the back foot for PoLaR.
Now develop the back eco there. Yeti, you have to tell Spring to make more TCs and less mills. Like, he has the stone for it.
He's adding 2 castles now on the right side.
Okay. Why not 1 castle and 2 TCs though? But, okay. At least he's spending his stone.
Yep.
But he will also lose some stone in form of those 2 forward castles. The siege wall went down. We had 1 army for the Frank player.
65 pop spring against 200.
I don't think this will be a long game anymore.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time now.
I really like the start for spring and the bar spread of the paladins in the back. But I think developing eco was kind of a winning play here for PoLaR, right? The start went better for spring, but PoLaR with still nice eco development, even though those paladins were there. Just developed the eco to the left and to the right there.
Yeah, yeah. The eco really saved PoLaR here.
Now, what's in Spring's queue? 7 paladins. He's garrisoning the paladins, so he's not trickling them in. I like that.
Yeah, he's gonna have like 1 less storm at least.
I feel like people aren't doing that anymore, right? Garrisoning the stables, the units in the production buildings.
Yeah,
Most people these days, I see just putting the gather point like in the back behind his castle and assembling the army there. But this actually less telling him how much army he has. Spring jumps out, goes forward. But had so many camel archers, and he's kind of focusing on the traps, kind of attacking the wrong units there instead of focusing surrounding the camel archers. Camel archers, quite a good unit.
Yep.
Paladins are still doing decent. I think if he had like 10 more, maybe there could have been a cleanup. And Spring does call the GG as it is no clear up. And PoLaR takes the 2-0 lead in the set.
GG.
500 to 430 KD there. But if we look at the society tab, we see how at the 3-minute 30 mark, PoLaR was down to 2 villagers. So Spring looking really good for a while there, but we can also see in the society tab how starting minute 13, the eco lead became bigger and bigger for the player in the gray. And collected resources reflecting that. Yes. Well,
Oh yeah, huge difference. But very unfortunate matchup there for Spring.
yeah, totally. Yeah. Good, well played mind games by PoLaR. I'd also say that.
Yep.
Like Spring played a siege civ, and then PoLaR thought, yeah, now he's probably gonna want to be in a comfort zone for okay days.
the classic mind games.
Yeah, I think they're like on these draft scenarios, they're really important.
Oh, they're already into the next game again. But we have the Spectre, so that's good.
And yet he wants to see Mongols now. Let's see if he'll get that. I always forget to leave the game, so I always have to press the code double. Because I want to leave the statistics stream on when I'm changing my scoreboard before switching the scene, then I'm not leaving the game. It has a kind of automatization issue there for what I'm doing.
Okay.
Gujaras versus Byzantines.
Okay, there's 2 units here. The 2 units here I want to see against each other.
Chakrams. What?
Spearman versus Cataphract. I want to see that.
I thought we were talking about chakram throwers against Cataphract.
That is also pretty brutal.
I think in both cases the Cataphract should have a good time, no?
Yeah.
Well, if the chakrams have a choke point and get microed, it's not too bad for the chakrams.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I like PoLaR sibs again here. But if it's water, then Spring has a chance, I think.
Yeah, water Byzantines should be better. I think Gujaras not only have regular demo.
They have heavy.
They have heavy?
Yep.
Oh. Should rank Gujaras higher then.
Whoa. What a map.
Do we have water? I'm not loaded yet.
Okay, I won't tell.
Oh, what? Victoria! Victoria! And a little lake in the middle, so water might play a little bit of a role. People starting with the Black Prince.
This must be the
looks like a
strongest.
cavalier.
This must be the strongest hero I've seen. 370 HP. Whoa. Wow.
That's even more than the Karambit hero last game.
Yep. Yeah.
The Black Prince is no joke, he destroyed me. Oh, you also had the Black Prince in one of your games? We didn't notice that it was the Black Prince. But we have camels on it. It's actually dying to camels, it seems like. It looks like the Karambit was better, because it was harder to counter.
Oh,
the Black Prince is getting killed kind of easily on both sides. I think the infantry heroes sometimes are better than the cavalry heroes. PoLaR going for early docks and galleons. I would really prefer a demo start on this small water, but I guess Spring isn't going for docks, okay? It's actually better.
Yeah.
Taking some land stuff. Yeah, seeing that Spring doesn't go for docks, yeah, it's probably the right choice.
I really like the Victoria.
The other question is, would you delete the Victoria to get pop space, or would you like try to keep it for later?
I think I would delete it.
I would also delete it.
Yeah.
In all the training games where I had Victoria, I instantly delete it.
Yeah, would probably delete it.
But if it's in the back, I think it's like it's too much in the front here to keep it alive. But if it's in the back, you could think about like having it for late game.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeti would keep it. And we see camels versus camels. Byzantines for the camel war should... I mean, the Godara camels are better. Against melee units, at least. But the camels from Byzantines are cheaper. Plus the cheap heavies should be really useful in these fights right now. And Spring is adding docks now. And we're gonna see heavy demo from him. So that fleet of PoLaR could be gone in an instant. Spring, one of his redeeming qualities, I think, for this tournament is he actually likes to play water in DM.
Yep.
That could happen.
Oh, PoLaR wants to put a castle in the middle island.
Transfer chip. Where's the transfer chip? He doesn't have a transfer chip. It's a great thought for water control, but he needs a transfer to get there, and I don't see even one in the queue.
He's making Dromon, Spring. The Dromon ship.
Demo Dromon, yeah? Maybe that isn't too bad against Galleons. Cannon Galleon for Gujara's only getting regular Cannon Galleon, which isn't great.
Oh, okay.
105 to 58 pop both housed simultaneously. Now PoLaR is not housed anymore. And he is starting to mess those elephant archers. And the big weakness of Byzantines usually in DM games is Cav Archer type units.
Yep.
And elephant archers somewhat are that. PoLaR with another raid has a lot of exposed villagers, but a defending cavalry has less HP though. So those heavies will need to come over house to fight looking on water. Not too eventful yet. Now the Dromon's coming into play.
Oh, they deleted the Cannon Galleons.
The Cannon Galleons were he's trying to kill the Victoria.
No, the Victoria is going down.
Yeah, that just means Spring gets the pop space he direly needs. Now he has pop space again. He was super out. Now he has pop space. I think it was PoLaR helping Spring there. Spring making a lot of castles on the water. So if you lose the water control, he will lose all those castles. In the south, a bit of army. I feel like Spring isn't producing fast enough. No, he was just too housed, right?
Yeah, it's been housed for a very long time. But now he should be able to produce again.
And obviously PoLaR has the Gujara production bonus on camels and elephant archers working for him too. So he can get out units really quick. Let's see the water fight if Spring can make something happen here. Demo's moving at the speed of a Dromon. Demon's now moving in. Dromon's shooting behind. Not the most amazing shots. We even see fast fires. I guess it's Byzantines, so why not? Always demos are better usually, but...
I think the Dromons are good.
Just Dromons without meat shield? I don't know. I think they still need a meat shield.
Yeah, they need a meat shield, but they're pretty good. I feel like they're melting ships.
Pretty good. Yeah, the ships are quite clumpy on this little water, right?
Yeah.
That should be useful. Now there's a meat shield of fast fires again. On land, Spring doesn't have too much against the push though. Spring is ahead on villagers, so however, and Byzantine castles a lot of HP. No siege for Spring. too close to them, so I think water fight probably the more important scene right now. Elephant archers are really close to the shoreline. That could be a moment where we have to call the WWF again. Giving you some PTSD there.
PTSD for sure, man.
Oh, great demo shots on the fleet.
Yeah.
Arguably more important right now. And Spring with an advantage on water now, and kills the traps as well with the Dromons. Dromons, multi-purpose really unit. It's looking good for Spring. Here's more villagers and more army, but the elephant archers, big asset for our UK player. Dromons carrying. Hey, you Blacky.
Dromons for the win.
Dromons are also so cool.
It's a really cool ship.
And these Dromons have Greek fire, right?
Yeah, I don't remember what that is doing, but it's something.
I also don't remember, but I think Greek fire somehow affects Dromons and makes it better.
Ah, blast radius increased. Ah.
And I think you can somewhat actually see it, but I forgot how you can see it.
Yeah, the ground is like burning. I don't know.
Maybe Captage doesn't show it, because I don't really see it. Yeah, it has a fiery line against it, but you can only see it in-game. Here, I can switch quickly over to the in-game scene. Look at this fire that's happening here. That is the visual effect of only Byzantine Dromons once you reach Greek fire. And we need to tell the Captage developments that we need that effect on Captage as well. But coming back to the game, a lot of skirmishers now out. Yeah, maybe not the Chevy's answer to the Elephant Archers, but Hussar switch already by PoLaR. Very close game. Map kind of divided 50-50 population lead. Huge for Spring though.
Looking good for Spring on water now. I think it's gonna take control over the middle part.
Yeah, Spring also in last World Cup in his main event set. The only game he won was Golden Swamp. And the map with water in the middle resembles it a little bit. Just no gold, right? Only wars in the middle. And he took a game of rage there. Like, it was not anybody that he won golds. Now, decent army. Spring doesn't really have the siege on land to push 3 trebuchets in the queue. They aren't coming out.
Yep. And he has a lot of cataphracts as well, queued up.
Why are the Dromons? The Dromons aren't attacking the castles. Only one.
How many Dromon does he have? Three
oh, that's only 2. Where's all its pop? In skirms, I guess?
I think so.
Skirms aren't the most... In raids, I guess, as well. Bring the one raiding this time.
Did you see the right side? Bring missed PoLaR's 3 traps with his hussars.
Oh.
They just went past it.
Ah, yeah, they escaped. Did they kill anything, or were they just hiding?
I don't know. They were first packed up, and now they're going forward. Huh.
Oh boy, gigantic demo shot!
I
Oh, Spring's whole fleet is
it.
gone!
Man, the heavy devils. When you least expect it.
Yeah, I didn't expect them at all. I was watching the land army. Lucky that it was next to the land army where it happened, so I saw it. Spring does have his own demos now, trades off a bit, and yeah, kind of now no pop on water by anyone. PoLaR pushing in the south, Spring looking for a 3 castle push in the north, which is where a lot of PoLaR's farms are, like half of his farm eco, 2/3 of his farm eco. And there's a gold there as well, 1,000 gold each pile, so that's a really big gold pile. Like, that gold pile has 5k gold, so worth to fight over. And I think Spring will be able to defend PoLaR's push.
Yeah. Will he be able to save the castle?
Super close. Oh, doesn't. I always hate when that happens, when you're like, the castle, my castle dies and it's 1 shot difference right before I take out all the threats.
Yeah, like the last projectile.
I love it when I'm the one killing the castle, but also when you're the one killing the castle, you're still using your traps, so you don't really feel as good. But if you're the one losing your castle, kind of unnecessarily, you feel bad. So I think it's a kind of a bit of a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy about it. Spring building a push at the north. Still too pop-locked for his siege to come out there. It's still a good thing. Oh, he's pushing massively in the south though. 5 traps
that's a lot
there.
of traps.
Yeah, Camel's trying to snipe it, but there's heavies around. Should maybe get another one, but with enough traps remaining to keep pushing. Oh, but the demo on the trap, and the repair wheels.
Oh, 4 villagers.
Yeah, villagers die, trap will die to the next one. Yeah, this one certainly does look the best out of all the games for Spring. Deadly Yeti hard rooting for his teammate there. Spring now getting some traps out in the north too. 2-1 trap lead for Spring in the north. And a army lead overall now on the gold that PoLaR is taking here with quite a lot of villagers surrounded by Byzantine helps now.
Yep, there's things going on everywhere. Even in the north, you have like Spring pushing with traps over there.
Yeah, high quality gameplay here for sure by both. Concentrating on a lot of fronts, also raids going on during this, raid defense by PoLaR. Bit of a late reaction there, not saving his villagers. But maybe stops this push here, and we have the chakrams out, so maybe not the spearman versus Cataphract, but I'm gonna see chakram versus Cataphract.
Yep.
Cataphracts are just retreating here, though, while Spring is pushing in the north with his Cataphracts. Like Cataphract Camel, how does that actually exactly go? Kinda evenish, I think?
I think a good Jar Camel should win that.
True, +4, +7 Velia, but yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not doing any damage. It's not doing bonus damage to Cataphracts, and it does have only no last attack, so I think it still loses, because they're not doing anything. Cataphracts aren't losing any HP.
Looking quite weak, yeah.
Yeah. But, can take out the traps now. It's a huge army for PoLaR in the north. Spring killing the keep in the south, still battling out on water, both kind of keeping similar water armies at all times. Spring has more galleons, but there's quite a lot of demos, so they're moving forward. They might get all blown up. They are all getting blown up. Spread formation, but it's too many demos.
Oh, Spring is on a very low population now.
Oh boy, yeah. It kind of tried Wild 23. Spring tried to push multiple angles at the same time and kind of lost the water and 2 pushes at the same time. Still don't think PoLaR really has the potential to push his population though.
Yep.
Spring raiding the back gold there. A spot where I would have liked to see a TC from PoLaR, but he's out of stone. Spring 1000 stone in the bank still.
Yeah, PoLaR has a very low villager count now. Only 72. Very low.
But PoLaR has his Fatoria still. Spring lost his Fatoria.
Ah, yeah, the Fatoria. I always forget that.
So he's getting stone. Like, that's the main usage for it, right? He has stone income, even if there's no stone on him.
Ah, that's
I think it's
true,
even bigger than the gold gen. Stone gen.
It's very slow though, the stone.
Yeah, but one additional TC every 5 minutes, one additional castle every 20 minutes. Could be great in the late game.
Could be very useful. There's a lot of relics that hasn't been picked up yet.
2 relics for PoLaR, 0 for Dark. Yeah, I have to get used to the new Capture Age overlay with the relic count. It's also counting the relic gold.
Oh,
PoLaR now raiding, but it's under 3 castles, so... Spring good eco protection. North kinda unprotected though where that mill is. And Spring... Oh boy, that's a huge farmland for PoLaR. That's exposed now. But Spring down to 70 villagers.
Yeah, both are on very low village numbers.
Yeah, both raiding a lot. Spring loses the traps, so loses the push in the north for now. They did reduce PoLaR's farm number heavily, 28 to 31 farms, both also low on food income to replace those wills. Both have wills in the queue, both doing good job replenishing now. water control for PoLaR right now, but a demo army for spring, so they will get blown up.
Oh no. There's more.
PoLaR's demo micro was better.
Oh.
They're just kind of going in and dying together here. Still gets a decent shot. Like, PoLaR spread the demos nicely all around Spring's fleet. Spring is just patrolling a bunch in, I feel. More raids by PoLaR in the back with camels. I'm still doing quite well for that. Spring raiding in the middle with cataphracts and halberdiers. Should have the better army there with the halberdiers together.
Very chaotic game so far.
Yeah, who do you think's ahead right now?
Oh, I don't know. Both are on very low pop. Like similar villager numbers, similar population. I don't know. I would probably say Spring because he has more castles.
Interesting strat. Yeah, I don't see the castle amount here anymore in the overlay thing.
PoLaR has 2 castles. Spring has, let's see, 8 castles.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. Ooh, more demo shots. This time going around. That worked.
We are seeing crossbows on the field.
But wait, Regni called for Frank crossbows. Now I see Gujara crossbows.
Yeah,
I guess PoLaR doesn't have the castles to produce Chakram that effectively, right? Against the halberdiers.
Very interesting.
They're lacking armor. They're crossbows. Yeah, really good game. Like, I think one of the best games in the tournament so far.
That's a really good game.
Maybe like the Celades Mr. Oso game is maybe better, but I think main event certainly best games. Because like they're playing on so many fronts at the same time. It's really hard to do and really interesting.
The crossbows are finding some value, killing some helps.
They are helping out.
But I would really like to see both players picking up more relics.
Agreed. Yeah, sometimes I think I should start with webcam just so you can see me either smiling when I made a good joke or like shaking my head at myself when I made a really bad one. That was a shaking my head situation, that last joke attempt. Surprised they aren't going for relics. Usually Spring likes to get them. Yet he says that as well. Yeah, Spring has a lot in his base, right? He has kind of 2 in his base. There's 1 in the ground where they're fighting over. There's another one. Spring has 3 in his base and 1 controlling 1 at the top. PoLaR has gathered 3 and 1 is being fought over between chakrams against ships. Yeah, ships seem to be winning it.
Yep.
Bring a lot of halberdiers on land as well. And the problem for Gujaras the later it gets, you don't have halberdiers.
Yep.
You don't even have pikemen.
Yeah, you have spearmen.
So their late game composition is Chakram, right?
I think so, but you look at the left side, 1 cataphract is taking out like a bunch of Chakram by itself.
Left side? Where?
Left side, like top side. Okay, now it died, but it killed like, I don't know, 10, 15 Chakrams.
Okay, so the matchup I wanted to see, you saw it.
It just happened.
Yeah, I was looking at the very left corner, because there was also purple units there. Could have been there. You thought from PoLaR's perspective, left side of his base.
Left side,
That's the Suno bias. Misleading me.
Suno bias, yeah, I'm sorry. You have to balance it up with some Spring bias.
I thought I have to balance it up with that Walter band, so we have to be biased for Sunos a bit, because they can't make Suno words.
I think PoLaR's over booming if we take into account Fitoria.
When have we ever seen that before?
That has never happened, right?
The World Cup set against Miguel by PoLaR?
Yeah, I think it was like 150 villagers then or something.
It was over 160.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the wrong person to blame people for overbooming. It got better. They're not good, but it got better. For me, I mean.
Yep.
So PoLaR one. Is that really? Yeah, that's 127 villagers plus the Fatoria, right? So he has 145 villagers somewhat.
Yep.
Oh boy, yeah, you can't push with that.
You can't really do much.
They are fighting over this important gold right now that I pointed out like at the start of the game. Originally 5k gold, it's still 4.5k gold on that. Spring lacking siege in the north a bit, but has more army because of sad pop situation.
Yep.
And now let's see if Spring is as nice to PoLaR as PoLaR was being nice to him and takes out the Fatoria.
Seems like he's targeting the castle.
Spring knows he wants to keep the pop lead.
Yeah.
It's like when you play free-for-all and you don't want to kill the opponent's market because you want to trade with it later on. So you have to be careful what your traps are attacking so they don't kill the building you don't want to kill. Like what Spring has to do with the Fatoria. Yeah, eventually probably wants to kill it once he starts killing villagers, he wants to take it out.
Yeah, yeah. It's looking good for Spring.
Yeah.
Looking really good.
Looking better for our predictions, right?
Yeah, for the 3-1. 3-1
For
prediction.
the 3-2 as well. 3-2 you gotta start with a 2-1 to get it.
Yeah.
Spring 99 to 20 army now. All that farmland exposed. PoLaR just losing so many castles, losing so much stone. Probably often selling? I don't know how it doesn't have that much stone. PoLaR caught the GG, well played. Spring is on the scoreboard. The ends when you want to see relics. The dead. That's one solution.
Without relics, Otter.
Without relics, yeah, true.
Yeah, that's strong.
AO2 folks. Yeah, well played by Spring. Also, like, I think there's also a bit the RM skills or the, like, playing the game since 30 years and overall playing much more games than PoLaR, right? PoLar's also playing since a long time, but I think if we go for, like, total AoE2 game count, Spring should be way ahead.
Yeah.
And that should help him with, like, migrating 3 fronts at the same time, so... The complicatedness of the map, I think...
Very, very chaotic.
Was good for Spring. I mean, PoLaR can play those games too. I mean, they both played an amazing game.
Yep. It was nice. Nice to see a game like this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm too stupid to like manually control ads. But there's an easy solution for not getting ads. It's called the sub button.
And they are already into the next game.
Boy. Thought I get a bathroom break here, but there are no break gaming.
There's some no mercy stuff.
Wait, Spring won with Byzantine side. It did wrong. Gujaras side. I'm missing a win for PoLaR there. Berbers actually won.
The Franks. I see on your stream. It says Spring won on your.
Ah, yeah, that was the. Yeah, I glad the Franks won against the Berbers. That was. Wanting to see something that's unexpected, I guess. Are we on spec delay? Can I run?
Nope. They just started.
They're not. Then let's watch game 3. Game 4. Glad we got
No
a game
break.
4. Mongols versus Huns, who would win? We have to postpone that question because we have Britons against Poles. And who would win that, Mr. Frost?
I know what I would say, but what do you think?
It's a long map, but there's a main hill. Generally, Britons are the better civ. But I don't think Poles are chances.
Should win. Yeah. If you can have like a raiding game, Poles have a chance, I think.
Yeah, and the map is long enough for making this raiding game. The question is, can you pass that water? I think you can walk over that water. I remember the texture correctly, should be able to run over it, which is like really important for Poles, because if the map is restricted, that's great for Britons, because they want to push in one spot. And Poles want mobility, want to take it super late, and then want to wear the opponent down with their wing 2/6. Poles can win is a good point. I think I'm gonna do a prediction for this. You have to take over the casting a bit while I do a prediction.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching his stream of Cavaliers to the left side. Not much happening at the moment. So there's like one big hill in the middle, like a super massive one. It's gonna be super important to control that.
Prediction is up if we got some gambling addicts or gambling enthusiasts or enjoyers in the chat. Yeah, Spring is getting ready for that bar strategy again. Where you put your
There's so much
Cavalier.
gold in the middle.
Ah, yeah, that's great news for Britons if they can deny. Yeah, but like, does gold matter here? We have the two civs in the game that kind of don't need gold.
That's true, but you can buy stone for gold at least. So I mean that should be good for Britons. With the tower.
The middle mattering is certainly not good for the native bear population, yeah?
Yeah, the bear population died. So yeah. Donate to them.
Call the WWF again.
Yeah. Last time it was the elephants, now it's the bears.
Yeah, maybe next DM tournament we should do like a percentage of the donations to the prize pool goes to an environmental organization. There's tournaments like that. There's Blue Carbon Cup, which is exactly that. Protecting the nature in the Seychelles.
That's nice. So
but I feel like we should probably mainly do it for an elephant protection fund. I feel like they get blown up too much.
No player has started building on the wall on the hill yet.
That's odd, right? You want to rush it up and then get castles on there. It's the main hill. It has gold. It has wood, which is what Britons want. Poles, I guess, don't care about any resource, but a lot of Obuch there.
The Cavaliers, that was really nice by Spring.
Yeah, swarming everything. Poles retreat from the hill. Traps exposed. Siege exports, and yeah, Arbalest can be surprisingly weak if there's a lot of Cavalier on the field.
Yep.
Spring with 38 villagers to 18 as well. 150 army on the field for both of them.
Cheap armies.
Let's go.
He's really going in, Spring. He's really going for it.
Hey, and the Poles are really good when you make a giant build order. And look at Spring's build order, 17 stables. I love it.
But he has no siege for this attack.
Yeah, he has no siege. That's also the downside, right? His castles are up so late. That's the downside of having so many stables. But he's taking out the traps. Werewolf may counter war elephants, but it doesn't counter Obuch. But the Arbalest are countering them kind of okay. But all the traps go down. I mean, that's also good value. But Spring lost his whole army there, so I don't know if that's enough value.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time to replace that army.
And 0 farm, 0 food again. But not 50 Cavalier in the queue still, so it's not out of food yet.
Oh, okay.
And 1 minute or so left in the prediction. Still quite close there. No, we have 500 against 100. So I guess it's more Spring fans right now. Now you gotta call your clanmates here. Everybody rooting for Spring.
calling the whole gang. That was good by Spring killing the traps. That's buying him a lot of time.
And he does have castles up in the middle. He does. He's preparing a ram push. Yeah, good old hunt style.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's not many onagers on the field right now for PoLaR. No in production as well. Only one onager. Ram push could work.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it's the siege ram stiff against Britons. It's always a problem for Britons. Yeah, but the army count is low, so how, like, he has the rams, but he doesn't really have the push. I guess a lot of cavaliers are going raiding. I think they should rather go with the rams.
Yeah, there's not much to raid, really.
Yeah, it's not like Britons have an eco. It's not like Britons need an eco. He needs wood,
36 villagers.
Yeah, and only 11 on wood, so PoLaR also can't produce much besides, I guess, besides the 90 halberdiers in his queue. These civs are both so ridiculously cheap. They don't have resources, but gigantic queues all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. Spring is denying the non-existent eco. And losing his cavaliers to halberdiers. But he still has the hill. He's wasting his rams though. I mean, how many rams took that?
That's a good shot. Oh.
That was a good shot.
That was a good shot, yeah.
But the rams are just...
Yeah, I should pull back the rams. Mess up an army.
I mean, Yeti, you should, like, maybe give Spring some advice on how to use rams. Yeti's answer obviously is from 5 Siege Workshop in the complete northern corner and stomp the base from the back. If you remember Deathmatch World Cup 4.
I don't remember against who it was.
It was against someone who was highly favored against Yeti, but I don't remember who it was. And Yeti just ram pushed him from 5 sides with Mongols and Golden Swarm.
That was hilarious though.
That was a big talking point, your game there. Everybody really loved it. Halberdier raids and longbow raids on the forward farming operation.
The traps are exposed. The traps are very exposed.
PoLaR strips.
Yep.
Yeah, onagers going there. I think they will go down. Abelisks are trying.
One is still alive.
Onagers firing on the wrong unit there, but now trying to kill the Arvs. I guess getting good shots there. But like, one trap will still kill the castle, even though it's under the hill. Yeah, how's the farming looking for Spring? 50. So still decent, even though... Now, no! I wanted to talk about those 2 unbuilt foundations by Spring at the front of his face. And instead of deleting them and putting them on the hill, he's building them where they are under the hill.
Ah, the castles, yeah, I see them now. Oh, yeah.
The foundations were there forever, and he was like, if he remembers to delete them, he can put them forward. That would be great for him. But he's building them.
Yeah, I should have made them on the hills, protecting his farms.
Yeah, together, like, or just make 2 more on the golds there, right? 1 on the farms and 1 probably additionally to that castle that he has in the middle.
Yep.
Army count still very low for the Poles.
His economy should kick in soon, though. Brings the economy. With all the fall works.
Are Cavalier even worth it still? Or would you go Winged Hussar now?
I think I would go Winged Hussar.
They have a bonus against Arbalest as well, right?
And they have trample damage, right?
Yeah, the trample damage. Yeah, that's maybe the bonus I meant. They have a bonus against gunpowder, I think. Like an actual attack bonus of +2 or something.
Okay.
I think it's a hint at that Polish brigade in World War I that killed tanks.
Okay, I don't know about that.
There was a situation in World War I where a Polish cavalry brigade took out German tanks.
Sounds very
Or
dangerous.
World War II even? I don't know. I thought it was a Polish brigade. But people are always making fun of the... Yeah, maybe it was People are always making fun of the cavalry against the tanks, but they don't know that the cavalry actually won.
Should be World War II, I think.
Yeah, there was no. Let's talk about Poles against Britons, which didn't happen in history because it wasn't one of the three powers dividing Poland. Both kind of massing army there in a bit. Spring lost they still didn't lose the castle. 3 werewolf traps working on it, but another long game here. Rams now coming in.
It's going forward.
Cavalier on the right, both trying to position their units for a good fight. And PoLaR is thinking about just not taking one, retreating this position. Now Spring in a great spot though. Cavalier against the Arbalest and Obuch against the Halberdier. Spring won the positioning army game here and will take over the hill, or at least kill the castle for now.
He's good army management
at Spring.
That's nice.
He's sending them back.
I think that's good.
I like it too. He took the castle, he took out the objective, he took a decent fight. The fight would have become bad now.
Yep.
I still remember the first time I ever watched DM that got me interested in it. It was Spring's stream. And he played a 3-hour game against Shitbar.
3 hour?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sounds like a Michi game.
It was like supposed to be a one-day event or something, and it was 1-1 between them, and then they played a 3-hour game for the final one.
Brutal. Oh,
that's the game that made me interested in DM in the first place.
A long DM game. That's nice.
I still don't mind playing long games. Spring does maybe mind, as he's taking a great position now, takes out all the castles, has control of all those goals in the middle now, and I don't think I've seen units path over the water yet. So is it actually not passable?
I don't think it's no, you can't path over it. It's too deep.
Yeah, but now with the hill, like then the Poles would have had a problem if they don't get the hill, right? Then they can't raid. But now that Spring has the hill, he has free hands to raid it. Now PoLaR also has an eco that is like worth raiding.
It's looking really good for Spring now, since he's gonna have access to the hill gold.
Yeah, Britons can still play on really long without gold. There's a ton of stone they can mine still. 5k stone kind of.
He's going for it.
Oh boy. Nice. I mean, you have to admit that Spring is playing really cool.
Playing really good, yeah.
Also doing all these beautiful little things. Not only playing good, but also playing, like, stylish.
Yep.
And, like, the Obuch jump out of the Rams, kill all the onagers, so the Rams have free reign over the castles. Werewolf traps, great against everything, but I think still do only 1 damage to Rams. Another onager comes out. PoLaR could save it here.
It's a very costly fight for Spring, I think.
Yeah, and great for PoLaR. Yeah, cause I was like praising Spring all the way through that fight, and it's fantastic for PoLaR. Goddamn me.
It looked cool though.
Yeah, it looked really cool. This like units and Rams are way cooler. Like look way cooler than it is good, sadly. Even though you can now put 6 in it, which should make it better. But it's still mainly cool and not good. Oh, PoLaR house wall there. Finally, the Suno and the Suno is coming to the fore. But a little bit too late. I still remember when you played Marketplace in Ragnarok and just instantly placed 8 siege workshops on one side.
Yeah, I have to protect the market. Important.
Yeah, it's a good play. And we were making fun of Suno's walling a lot, but like, can't be good play. Actually, the siege workshop walls are really good. I think they're stronger than stone walls because they're actually active. Oh, big fight there. Surround on the longbows by the Obuch. And took them down quite effectively. How much armor is on these guys now? Also, on the ones that survived, they still have their armor, which means a lot died. Rates Eco KT 80 to 13. And game isn't moving too much right now. Spring is raiding, Spring is somewhat controlling the hill, PoLaR's trying to get back on it. Spring is trying to push the base, now has another ram push. Might kill a castle, but I don't think it will. Champions are out now to defend the rams by the Brits. That will be a lot of longbow kills.
Yep.
Those Cavalier cheap. And Spring has 65 farms, 65 Polish farms, just like more like 80 farms with another civ, and does have a ton of gold in the middle, so the Cavalier kind of for free still.
Yep. You can produce units forever.
And PoLaR's out of gold. Spring constantly keeps attacking and raiding the stone spots. So PoLaR also can't take stone.
Yep.
Did you already get your pep talk ready for the game 5?
Mm-hmm. I'm scripting it right now.
Yes.
I feel like your prediction is gonna be alive after this game.
I'm feeling good about my prediction, but if I said
think you
3-2
should.
either way, I would feel even better.
Yeah, it's looking really good for Spring, since he can access all this gold.
Yeah, this says, I think with the draft, actually, Spring can win if he goes Mongols. Yeah, we still have Mongols for Spring, his first pick. And we only have Huns and Portuguese there for PoLaR. And that's not really greatest
It's probably
against
gonna be
Mongols.
Huns then. Yeah, probably gonna be Huns against Mongols.
What do you like more there?
I wanna say Huns. Based on the maps I've seen when I've been practicing, I would say Huns.
Nah, I think Mongols are better.
I guess we will find out.
We'll find out if Spring is able to close this game. In RM, he struggles with closing games. But it's looking very good for him.
Looking very good.
The second the game ends, I will run to the bathroom and I already get the hype song for game 5 ready. So I don't miss the game 5. You will have to keep the hype alive a bit.
No worries. I'm also scripting my motivation speech for PoLaR.
I'm putting the hype song on so you can also motivate PoLaR. I'm getting everything set up here. Now PoLaR wins the game because we like spoiled it too much, right? We're talking about game.
Yeah. So, somehow he wins it now.
Petards! Let's go! PoLaR sees the petards and calls GG because petards
GG.
are OP. Game 5, boys! What a fantastic set. I'll
5.
do the scoreboard. And show you the draft. Put on the hype song and be right back.
Game 5. Hello, Kelar. How are you? Should be Mongols against Huns, for sure. Yeah, Spring is playing good. He's playing good. I guess Deadly Yeti has warmed him up very well today.
Yeah, I'm loaded in at 0 seconds.
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Oh,
Let's go.
now I can't press play. We're great. 3.
Oh, okay.
Did you where you are now?
25 seconds.
25 seconds. Ooh, boy. Okay, I'm trying to go there. I can't start it at all.
Okay,
beautiful.
I'm waiting.
Oh, no, I can. Yeah, I've got Mongols and Huns and we got Black Forest with cliffs. And pause at 25. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome to game 5 between PoLaR and Spring. Hope a little bit of the excitement is left. We have a crazy map gen. All the rest basically forward for both of them. Spring has a back gold, some outside the walls, but these have only 6 pierce armor, no melee armor. Spring is gate blocking with the market there for the early Carnage of PoLaR.
Really
PoLaR
smart,
starts here. Yeah, that's really nice.
Really smart.
And I mean, the walls are also helping the Mongols. And PoLaR is actually attacking the gate. The gate has less pierce armor than the wall pieces. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
It also means the market block makes sense.
The market thing was really smart here.
Yeah, really an RM thing to do. Camels being masked by Spring. Obviously, Mongols with SO able to dominate, especially on these closed quarters against Huns, if they can survive long enough. So yeah, the wall shot, I kind of like seeing it. How thinking about it, I kind of like the map trend for the Mongols here. It's a super crazy, unusual map trend.
Yeah.
Oh, dreads aren't helping, but the walls are helping a lot.
Yep. Yeah, Spring really needs his siege here. With the non-treadmill crane, it's kind of hard. But we'll see.
Yeah, do you think 6 stables is too much? A lot of back castles. I think
it's
siege
perfect.
should be priority. I think it's perfect.
I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Camel's blocking the choke point there on. Is that on stand ground? It's actually great, I think, if you can get the siege out.
Oh, now
now PoLaR noticed he could also attack the other wall pieces. 300 HP only.
So weak. So weak.
The market is up. Not being used yet, though.
Okay.
Was it? PoLaR used it.
Oh.
Okay, PoLaR got the market already. So 1,000 wood, 2,000 wood, and 1k5 food. First siege are just coming out, but the paladins are on it. And
there's a big pop difference.
Yeah, well, that's a matchup thing, right? Huns should have a big lead here. It could have happened, will be rough for both. Mongols, though, have an army comp without food, so maybe that's also nice for them. PoLaR getting 3 castles up, or looking to get 3 castles in the middle. Lost the villager there? No, villager is working. Yeah, who's leading right now?
I think it's very similar. I don't know, 50-50.
PoLaR has CCA, but can't really engage with them. How does PoLaR break this defense? Guess a big amount of traps and paladins, maybe even though it feels weird against camels.
I feel like if he goes forward, he is gonna get flattened by all the siege onagers.
Yeah, exactly.
He's kind of stuck. He can't really go forward here. But also he's controlling those 2 gold piles, so he doesn't really need to go forward.
Yeah, Spring has back gold that he can take. Obviously, onager cutting, not a thing for Huns. And only trap cut if he wants to go somewhere.
Yeah. And when you're speaking of that, we're seeing 2 mangonels on the board. 3 mangonels.
Really?
3 mangonels from PoLaR.
But how much damage do mangonels do against siege onagers?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it really.
4 castles for PoLaR? Oh, yeah, I think Spring should have this. I don't know, it's a lot of camels, not much gold in the bank, but he does have access to stone, which he could sell. Maybe too many castles in the base there, right? We also want some castles to push. We have a push out here, and we don't just should allow Spring to push out. PoLaR has a bit more space there. They're using it to farm to the right. Mangonels against the throw!
And they got the shot!
Yeah, but they didn't do anything.
Another one.
Oh,
maybe?
No rage. But Spring killed 2 castles, and maybe PoLaR should just wait until Spring goes out in the open and then try to snipe the SO?
Yeah, somehow, but it's gonna be very tough to get to them because of all the camels.
Yeah, probably close to impossible. Big shot on the Avidias, nice micro by Spring.
Yeah. Looking good for spring now, I think.
Oh yeah, that would be great, Huggie. That would be a great free-for-all move to cut this little spot for the traps into the forest. And there wouldn't be opponents on it just to do anything about it. Yeah, Spring now
Spring
getting a
should
castle up on the goals.
I feel like Spring needs to make hussars, more meat shield. Because they can getting kind of weak now, the camels.
Yeah. 44 paladins, 37 camels. Taking good shots against the halberdiers, but if he gets these two casts up, paladins. Oh,
nice shot.
Great shot on the
Oh,
paladins.
yeah.
Great siege micro by the Mongol player here.
But it's very low pop now, Spring. Very low.
Does he not have? Is there a big TC difference? I don't know. The difference is not that high actually.
There's no space really to eco development.
I mean, Spring has onagers. He can make more space. PoLaR can't.
That's true. That's true. Oh, the man gonna let him fight again.
Yeah, paladins are taking some good engagement. Yeah, Spring is running out of meat shield here. 4 more cannons in production. It's all now selling a little bit of food.
Yeah.
And the paladins are on the SO. The paladins are cleaning all the SO.
That's not good for Spring. Not good.
Kelar could just go heavy scorp here as Mongols. I think I saw a better heavy scorp would then be countered by the rams, and there are the rams from PoLaR, and Spring is out of army, 23 units.
Yeah.
Boy, that looks so unbreakable. But eventually the camels got worn out, and then the paladins were able to clear the siege. Now PoLaR looking to clear the castles. That is all the gold control for PoLaR there in front of Spring base. Okay. Now you can already see what the situation is there. Yeah, but Spring is complaining about the map. As PoLaR looked really like a great situation for Spring though.
It looked really good for Spring when he established control over the middle.
And like if you just read the chat, we saw all the set, right? Spring has not used his restart yet. He could have very easily used his restart.
Yeah, you have something like in 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, you have a restart in the first 2 minutes. You think the map is not fair, you can take that. Spring is now being pushed back into space. He has 30 population, so it's looking really good.
Yeah,
PoLaR did a great job at keeping his army alive and not losing it. So I feel like a lesser player would have lost all his army to that SO push trying to stop it. But PoLaR has the patience and PoLaR has the guard towers. And Spring says GG, good luck next. And he says, I guess. Admin restart or player restart both in the first 2 minutes. Yeah, after the first 2 minutes, there's kind of nothing in the rules for it. And he obviously only complained after the game, which isn't in the rules. And also, yeah, maybe I want to discuss too, like, if you want to say what you think of the map fairness, go ahead.
I mean, he had the protected gold in the back. PoLaR had all of his golds like in front. And because PoLaR was like had a more aggressive civ here, he didn't really need to bother that his gold was in front. But I don't know. So on one hand, I think Spring he had 1 protected gold, PoLaR had like 0, if we think of that in that way then. So yeah. I mean, it's random. I don't know.
Yeah. And these walls barely have HP, so it's not like being outside a wall. PoLaR made the mistake of attacking the gate for a long time, so it looked like these walls are doing anything, but a paladin probably can just like... You could count it, right? It has 0 melee armor, a paladin has 18 attack, So
It's like a palisade wall. Probably worse.
and does it have bonus against buildings? No. Yeah, I guess. But paladins can break. Like the palisade, what the barrel of cavalry just needs to shoot it like kind of twice. That's it. So the walls are not really useful. So them being right outside the walls is arguably not that big, not that important, and then he actually has a backrest, which PoLaR does.
Yeah, but overall it was a great set though.
Did Spring throw or not? He did a bit, yeah. I think it's overall still a great map for Mongols. If you survive the start, there's not much that Hans can do.
I mean, he did a really nice thing there with the market in the beginning. I think that really set himself for like a really nice.
It's still a close, dangerous map, so that makes it a bad map for Mongols, right? And Hans can like rush really well if he didn't do that nice market trick.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe both of them made some really good plays, Spring at the start and PoLaR at the end.
Yeah, I think I don't know if anyone really threw this game. It was like just well played by both, I think.
Yeah. Like the whole set, right?
Yeah, the whole set was amazing. For me, game 3 was the best, the Gujara Byzantine.
Yeah. That was the best game of the tournament, probably. Like, just skill-wise, I think that was the highest skill game that we saw, because they were both fighting in 3 to 5 spots all the time.
Yeah, and it had a Fetoria. That's a bonus.
It had water, it had demo ships. We saw chakrams against... You saw chakrams against cataphracts.
Yeah, the only thing we were missing was that little spearman.
PoLaR did a good job to snipe the SO when he could? Absolutely. Yeah. Statistics, probably not the central part of the game. Good KD for Spring still. But like the Mongols, obviously having a harder time getting population onto the field, and PoLaR doing a really good job not losing his units and sniping the SO at the right time.
Yes, Twepe, this game 3 here was better than your Burgundian game, for sure.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah. I think so too.
You were making cav watchers, so that was funny. I like that though.
Yeah, very close. True. Winning with Burmese cav watchers is kind of cool too. Yeah, that's true.
You were right with your prediction, Otter.
Yeah, 3-2 to PoLaR. Right, I was completely right.
You were correct.
Yeah, that does conclude today's set. Sadly, we had a quite long interruption there in the middle. I really hope that thing didn't affect, but oh man. It was such a great moment. Everybody was so hyped. There were so many people in chat, really hyped. We had the hype song. Everybody was really happy. This was game 5. I was so excited for it.
It was amazing.
And then I'm sitting there screaming at my PC in the dark.
It was an amazing set, though.
It was an amazing set. Yeah. Well, also, like game 3 and 4 and everything.
Yeah.
It was like really. I mean, we talked yesterday. We thought it's either a great set or it's a 3-0. And we were like 50-50. It could be both. And
you told me.
Spring really proved he could do a lot in the remainder of the tournament. Like PoLaR played really strong, and it wasn't like PoLaR being nervous so Spring could take 2 games. It was both players playing really good.
Yep.